audience fears. Start the show. What's up, guys? Fears. Audience, fears. Audience, fears. Audience, fears. What's up? Coffee first. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Ooh, that was a pretty good cup of coffee. Nice and hot. Anyway. Well, guys, we got lots to talk about. Lots to talk about. I hope you guys are going to have a great Labor Day. That's on Monday. And I have it off. So that's good. So let's see. What else is going on in the world and in Fierce's schedule? So it's August 29th. September 1st is Labor Day. Now, I'm taking my vacation later on in September, not in the beginning of September. So it's going to be like, I think it's the third week in September. I need to look at my tickets, but I don't have them right in front of me. But as soon as I get them, I'm almost close to buying my tickets. As soon as I get them, then I'll tell you for how many days I'm going. I'm going to go for a little while, because I haven't seen my family. So I may go, longer than a week, I was going to go in August, but I changed my travel plan so my boss knows. So I've already told him way in advance, so that's all good. Let's see, what else? What else is going on in September? Labor Day, and then after Labor Day, really the next major holiday we have is Columbus Day, and then after Columbus Day, we have my birthday on October 28th, and then we have Halloween, and then on November 4th, we have Election Day, and then after Election Day, we have Veterans Day, and then we have Thanksgiving on the 27th, and then we have Hanukkah, the first day of Hanukkah on the 15th, then we have Christmas Eve on the 24th, and then we have Christmas Day on the 25th, and then on the 31st, we have New Year's Eve. So, you know how it is around the holidays. Lots more content. Fears is going to be busy. Going here, going there, going here, going there. I always like to try to do my Christmas shopping early. So, like right after Thanksgiving is when I start, getting the Christmas vibes. Kind of before it and kind of after it. But Fears will be putting up the Christmas tree at the end of September. So when I get back from my holiday, bam, the Halloween tree will go up, all the decorations will go on it, and it'll be a big ordeal. So yeah. Hopefully by then, I'll be a little bit more caught up. I won't be all the way caught up, but I'll be a little bit more caught up. So yeah. Anyway, today was good. I did 2 lives. I was only supposed to do this live and my workout live. My workout live, not my vibe. Well, it is my vibe, but it's the workout vibe live is basically what I'm trying to say. But the internet crapped out. So there's that. So I had to do 2 workout lives, and now this one. Anyway, let's open up the chat. Let me tell Lantern that I'm live. My buddy Dave uploaded a video. He says, ducks are out during my morning walk. See, I told Dave to start doing the in real life live streams, and you'll get a lot of views. I'll be honest, and I'm being honest when I say this. I get more views from my in real life live streams than I ever do on my podcast, which is not a bad thing. Thank God my friend Pixel told me about it. Like the last one, I just did a nice sunny walk today. That was 6 hours ago. 137 views. And I was like, holy shit. And then, let's see. My Goodwill stream got 171. Daily errands around the house, that got 401 views. And that was a day ago. Groceries from Walmart got 485. My Central Florida Collectors Fest got, that live got 106 views. So it just depends on what you're gonna do. And then what was the other one? Morning errands and taking all those stickers and putting them on the shelves. That got 383 views. So they definitely are. They definitely get a lot of views. So big shout out to my friend Pixel. The biggest one though was 9 days ago. Walmart run shopping for groceries. 564 views. So that's a lot. So yeah. Anyway, let me just let Lantern know I'm live. And we got lots of topics today, but let me wake Lantern's ass up because I know he's probably snoozing. And I apologize for not getting to Lantern's stream last night. Well, I got to it, but I got to it very late. I fell asleep through almost all of it. I was just tired from work and all the hustle and bustle. So I apologize to Lantern. I apologize to the fans. I got there, I think he was about to end it. So I got to hang out with Lantern for, I don't know, a good 15 minutes. You know, I came in at the end and I said hello to the chat. Visions was in the chat and I said hi to him. And then I talked to Lantern and there was a couple other people in the chat. So yeah. But by the time I got there, I think there was like only 4 people left because it was very late. And I almost was late to work. I have lost track of the time. I was like, oh shit, Lantern. I'm like, I gotta go. I hung up, threw on some work clothes. Literally, I grabbed an apple and I ate it on the way to work. Grabbed my water bottle and on the way to work. So, yeah. But I have tonight off, so I don't have to worry about that. But I just kind of lost track of time. All right. Let me call Lantern and let him know. Call Mr. Lantern. Oh, what a guy. Lantern. Lantern, wake your ass up. Lantern. 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 Oh man, he must be snoozing. He must be snoozing away. I'm gonna try him one more. Because if he is sleeping, you know, I don't want to bother him, but he's got to be there at the show. Lantern. Lantern. Hello. Hello. All right. Well, I'll let him sleep. I'll be honest. It's a show without Lantern. Vision said that last night too. He was like, Fears, you're kind of a staple now. It's not a Lantern show without Fears. And I was like, well, I appreciate that. It's not a Fears show without Lantern. You know, going nuts in the chat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's kind of a staple thing. Oh well. Well, hopefully somebody will tell him later, and hopefully he can come. So I would rather have Lantern here, late, like I was last night, than not at all. So Lantern, I hope you have a nice nap, but hopefully he gets here soon. All right. So I don't know if I'm going to go live on Saturday, but I'll definitely go live on Sunday. So there we are. All right. So today's topics, because I fell asleep yesterday, I only watched one movie today, and it was the next James Bond film, and the next James Bond film that I watched and I'm going to review today. It is called, what's it called? On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Excuse me, that's a mouthful. On Her Majesty's Secret Service. It's the one guy that only did a Bond film once. I don't know why he did a Bond film once, but it's only one guy who only did Bond once. All the other people did Bond more than once, but it's the solo film. So yeah. And then the next film I'm going to watch is Diamonds Are Forever, and I believe that is the last time that Sean Connery did the role. So yeah, there we are. So we're going to review that film. Then we're going to do the top 10 Bond gadgets. I thought that would be cool. I asked Meta. So Meta, I came up with the Bond. Meta came up with the last topic. So I came up with the top 10 Bond gadgets, and then I said, Meta, give me one more topic. And she says, why do we like being scared? I was like, actually, I said, that is a great topic because I love horror movies. And why do human beings like being scared? I said, I'm willing to explore that with the fans, so let's do that. And then, of course, the last one is, I don't like to talk about drama, but people are making up lies and rumors about me, so I just want to tell you guys what happened, because apparently I've done something else when I haven't done anything at all. When will it ever end? It'll probably never end, so I'm just going to tell you guys what's true and what's false, so I heard, I'm not going to reveal my source, but I heard through the grapevine that a bunch of bullshit, but I'm going to save all the bullshit drama story for the end. So there we are. Why taint the live? Keep it all positive until the very end, And I'll try and say it as nicely as possible. So yeah. All right, let's open up the chat. There we are. There we go. Opening up the chat. Yo! What's up? Lots of people in the chat. What up? Let me switch it from top chat to live chat. Well, let me catch up. With the comments here. So, Dave says, yo, what's up, Dave? How you been? Dave, I saw a little bit of your last live with the Ducks. Very cool. We have our Labor Day weekend coming up, which is on a Monday. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, I haven't got any plans, Tina, because I have that off. So, Sunday, I know I'm going to do a live. I'm going to go to Barnes & Noble and buy some more Blu-ray gems. And then, I'm going to go to church. But that's really all I got planned. Maybe I'll go hang out with Randall on Saturday. I asked if he wanted to hang out, because that's when the big troll stream is against me for God knows what reason. So I'm not going to watch that. So if Randall can't hang out, then I'm just going to go either. I may go to Disney and have some fun, because I got to come up with something. Or maybe I'll go watch another movie. My friend Bukaki went and saw The Toxic Avenger. So I may go see that. Because he said it was it's a revamp. It's a redo. I thought it was a sequel, but it's a redo. And I was like, okay. And so I wrote him, and I was like, hey, is it any good? And he was like, oh, fierce. It's funny, and it's really gory. I was like, there you go. And I was like, I would expect nothing less from a Toxic Avenger movie. Because the first one, I've only seen the very first one. I need to see 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I think this new one is 6. Hang on, let me ask Meta, because I honestly don't know how many Toxic Avenger movies there are. But I thought the first one was funny, except for that one scene. That one scene in the first one I thought was too much. They kill a 12-year-old kid, and I'm like, that's fucking weird. That's fucking disgusting. And I don't like when they kill children in movies. I think that's too much. And then they're celebrating it. Oh yeah, let's take pictures. And I'm like, that's so fucking disgusting. That's fucking weird. But besides that scene in the first Toxic Avenger, the rest of the Toxic Avenger is great. The Kung Fu fight scene in the Taco Bell, or it's a Taco Bell kind of restaurant. I don't know if it's Taco Bell, but they sell tacos at this restaurant. And he fucking grinds the guy's head with the milkshake thing. I was fucking losing my mind. And then the black guy's like, oh yeah, you want some of this, motherfucker? And then the Toxic Avenger's like, dude, really? Really? And he's like, all right, come at me. Rips off the guy's fucking arm and shit. I was fucking losing my mind. It was pretty hilarious. All right, let me see how many Toxic Avenger movies there are. Give me a second. I think there's either 5 or there's 6. Let me have a look. Hey, Meta, I got a question for you. Including the new Toxic Avenger movie that just came out, how many Toxic Avenger movies are there in the franchise? Okay, don't fucking talk over me, you little bitch. All right? Shh. Let me ask the question first.
I understand you're upset.
No. Shh. Let me ask the question. Don't interrupt me. All right, let's try this again. How many Toxic Avenger movies are there, including the new one?
There are 5 Toxic Avenger movies in total. The original series includes The Toxic Avenger from 1984, followed by The Toxic Avenger Part 2 and The Toxic Avenger Part 3, both released in 1989, and then Citizen Toxie, The Toxic Avenger 4 in 2000. The latest edition is the 2023 reboot starring Peter Dinklage, which hit theaters on August 29th, 2025.
Okay, thank you. My friend said there was 6, but there's 5. Okay, all right, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
She has a tendency to talk over me, and I'm like, shh. Let me ask the question first, and then you can respond. All right, so there's 5. I thought there was 6. I'm sure you guys got a giggle over that. I was like, shh, hang on. Let me ask the question. All right, so I may go see that on Saturday, but I haven't really came up with any. I got to do something on Saturday for 2 reasons. One, I don't want to watch that troll stream. Second, I have a 3-day weekend, so I don't want to waste it, Anyway. All right, let's continue on. Tina says coffee. Oh, yeah. Right here, Tina. I'm off for Labor Day, too. Hell yeah. Oh, nice, Chicken Wizard. Nice. Oh, yeah. So, Chicken Wizard, are you going to do anything? Is there any Toy Man shows on the weekend? Let me know. I can't wait to hang out with you at the Toy Man in September, because my friend Chris always does a fantastic job. And so shout out to my friend Chris that owns the Toy Man. His dad used to own it. And then whenever his dad passed away, then he gave it to Chris. So I'm going to Missouri for 2 reasons. One, I haven't met my nephew yet, and I want to hang out with my family. 2, I want to visit my, I don't want to say, I have a family member, a distant family member that's kind of sick. So I want to go visit this person just in case if something catastrophic happened, which I hope nothing happens. But I definitely want to hang out with this person if this person got more sicker, and then I hope this person doesn't pass away, but I need to get some hangout time with this family member because I haven't seen this family member in a while. So I hope this person will be all right. So please send blessings and prayers because this person's very sick. So, but I didn't want to say too much because we just don't know right now. So, yeah. So I didn't want to scare anybody. And this person said, whenever you do your podcast, if you could ask for some prayers. And I said, oh yeah, I will. They just don't want me to reveal, the name. And I was like, I got you, because we just don't know yet, But hopefully this person's all right. Hopefully. So yeah. But I've only got a couple of plans. So those are the 2 reasons why I'm going to September, in September. Well, a third reason is I couldn't find any cheap flights in August. Oh my God. Whew. They were skyrocketing through the roof. And I was like, damn, these prices are very, 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 very high. So hopefully I'll be able to find something because I've got plenty of time to buy my ticket. So yeah. Anyway, let's see. Tina says, hi, Chicken Wizard. I thought you weren't going live Saturday. Oh, I'm not. I thought about it, Crumbles. But then I was like, nah. So that's why I'm going live today. And then I'm going to go live on Sunday. Probably after church sometime. And then Monday, since I have the day off, I don't want to waste the holiday. So I get most of Monday off. Like Monday night going into Tuesday morning, I got to go back to work. But I have all of Monday off during the day. So I got to find something to do, So it'll be a nice, chillaxed weekend. Let's see. Crumble says, I'm waiting for Dave to do another movie talk stream about his favorites from his DVD collection. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love the first one. Trust me. The first one was fantastic. So, Dave, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job, buddy. You're definitely doing a good job. Let's see here. Chicken Wizard says, "What's up, Crumbles? You are crumb-believable." Oh, yeah. Crumbles is a great fan. He's been there for quite a while. Wakey, wakey, hands off Snaky Lantern. Oh, shit. That's true. I'm not going to deny it, Chicken Wizard, but yeah. Usually when Lantern doesn't wake up, he's in a fucking coma. But Lantern's not going live until 10 o'clock because I asked him. I called him during the day. I called him like 1 o'clock-ish. And I said, "Hey, Lantern." I said, "Is it okay if I go live around 7? He goes, "Oh, yeah, that's fine." I said, "I should be way done, Lantern, by the time you go live. Because he's going live at Texas time. Texas. So when it's 10 in Texas, it should be, I believe, 11 here. So I'm going to have plenty of time. So he's going live at 10. Dave says, "I'm working on getting my computer set up." Oh, there we go. Well, it'll be a lot easier, Dave, because then you can sit in one spot and do a podcast, or do whatever type of live you want to do. And then, Dave, I know you can't have Final Cut on your computer because you've got a different computer. I forgot. Final Cut is only for Mac products, Macintosh products, Apple products. Apple products. So it doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter what editing you get. All editing systems are the same. You push I to put in an edit. You push G to stop an edit. You put the footage in the timeline. Bada bing, bada boom. You put a fade in to fade into the scene. You do a fade out to end the live. So I can show you how to edit, Dave, in a matter of a day or two. Hell, when I was in film school, I was so eager to learn. I went out and bought Final Cut Pro 2 because they didn't have Final Cut. And I think the newest version is Final Cut Pro 10.5. Let me ask Meta if they have a new. Because I think I have the most up-to-date version. I upgraded on my computer. Hang on, let me ask. It should be. Hey, Meta, I have Final Cut Pro 10. Is there a newer version besides that, or is that the newest version?
You're currently using Final Cut Pro 10, but there's a newer version, Final Cut Pro 11.
Oh!
That was released on November.
Okay, all right, well, thank you. So I need to upgrade soon. So that's... But I have the second newest one. So yeah. But it's not that hard, Dave. But I will. Because sometimes LC, he edits on his phone, which is fine. I'm not saying, that's not a good way to do it. I've edited a few on my phone too, like for quickness. But I actually like to sit down with my cup of coffee, put everything into the timeline, put my headphones on, listen to my music while I edit. It works for me, Dave. So you pick whatever editing you want to do. You got to find your own little niche, your own little itch. You got to find your niche that works for you. So yeah. Let's see. Crumbles gives everybody a thumbs up. Don't forget, he's also been live. That's right. He has. That's right. I wish people would stop spreading lies. Me too, Tina. I wish people would stop spreading lies and drama and rumors about me. You're going to love the newest rumors. Someone left me a voicemail and said, "You're a spy, Fears. You're a Nazi spy." And I was like, first of all, there's no more Nazis anymore. Second of all, I said, I'm not a spy. People are going nuts on my voicemails. It's ridiculous. Anyway. So yeah. The new Toxic Avenger is out. Yeah, my friend Bukaki told me about it, chicken. So, I'm going to go watch it here soon. So yeah. Yeah, I know he's a little person in this one. He's what's his name? It's Peter something. He did a cameo in Elf with Will Ferrell. He plays that writer, Miles Finch, and he beats the shit out of Buddy in the conference room, which is one of the greatest scenes. And he's like, call me Elf one more time. Call it. Do it. And then he does this. He goes, call me Elf. Or he goes, you feeling strong, my friend? Call me Elf one more time. And he's like, he's an angry elf. And he jumps on the fucking table, drop kicks the shit out of Buddy. And he's like, call me Elf. Do it one more time. He's like, you're an elf. And then he like literally throws him across the table. And then he's like, Miles. He thinks he's an elf. And he goes, and he grabs his fucking coat and walks out. One of the greatest scenes ever. So yeah. What's up, Visions? What's up, Bukaki? He goes, I don't think they kill any kids in this one. Thank God. That's good. I just don't like that. That scene rubbed me the wrong way, man. I'm like, that's disgusting. That's fucking weird, man. Like, all the other stuff was fucking hilarious. He rips off a guy's arm, the kung fu fight scene. He fucking drills someone's head in with the fucking milkshake, like, grinder, like when you grind up, you know, like when it spins around, grinds the shit out of some guy's head. I was laughing. I was laughing hysterically. It was funny. But that scene, I was like, that's going a little bit too far. What's up, Bukaki? That's me. That's my personal opinion. I think that's too far. What's up, Bukaki? Tina says, hello, Visions. Let's see. Vision says, well, howdy, Tina. I'm trying to catch up. There's a Toxic Avenger, the music. Is there really? Oh, I knew there was a movie, but I didn't know there was a musical. That's interesting. Wow. But Bukaki said it was great. I asked him, and I said, hey, man. And he said, very gory, very funny. And I was like, well, I would expect nothing less from a Toxic Avenger movie. The best part from the original is that one guy that is in the car and he's freaking out. He's like, chill out, babe, chill out. You're freaking me out, babe. You're freaking me out. You're freaking me out. That fucking guy. His death in that car at the end is fucking great. He goes, you're freaking me out, babe. You're freaking me out. That fucking guy. You know which guy I'm talking about, Visions. He goes, fucking nuts. The guy with the fucking hair, and then it's the other guy, and they're like, hey, man, like, and they're all hanging out. You know, it's right before they kill the kid. He's like, babe, you're freaking me out, man. That fucking guy. That guy is fucking hilarious. That scene is funny. Like, you're freaking me out, babe. That scene's funny. But my favorite scene is that kung fu fight scene. He's like, you want some of this, motherfucker? And then the Toxic Avenger kind of looks at the guy like, really? Really? Okay. All right. Come on. Let's do it. Rips off the guy's, I can't remember. It's been a while. He rips off his arm or he rips off a leg or some shit. And I was fucking losing my mind. I was on the ground fucking losing my mind. I was dying of laughter. It was great. I loved it. Let's see. But Dave, that's interesting. I had no idea there was a Toxic Avenger the musical. That's interesting. James and I are watching Godzilla. Oh, nice. It's been a while since I've seen a Godzilla film. There you are. Vision says, hey, Dave. Jucifer says, yo, Fierce, are you going to be watching the Carrie stream tomorrow? No, I will not. Because it's a waste of everyone's time. I'll get into it, at the end, Jucifer. It's a waste of everyone's time. I don't wish any ill will on Carrie. I don't understand why she's doing it. Anyway, I'll get into it. And I'll be as nice as possible, because I haven't said anything mean about Carrie. I've said truthful things recently, but I don't understand why she's doing it. But anyway, I'll get to it later. What's up, Pixel? Good to see you. He says, Dave has been a great addition to the meeting. Oh, I agree. As well as James and Dina. They're very nice people. And I'm honored to be their friends. So, I agree, Pixel. I agree. They are very good at, excuse me, they're very good additions to the community. Dave can try DaVinci. It's great. Free editor. There you go. I know Randall's used that before. Randall's used that one, Pixel. He's used, what was the other one? Randall's used that one. He's used iMovie Maker. He's used Adobe. And then he uses a program to make all the cartoon drawings, animate, and then he does some program to draw them. So Randall actually uses a few editing systems. I keep it simple. I only do, I use a program to write, whenever I'm writing, whenever I'm doing my creative writing, and then I use Final Cut Pro 10, which I don't care about the... I thought I had the newest one. I asked Meta. Apparently, there's 11 out now. Eventually, I'll probably get it. Eventually, I'll probably upgrade. So, yeah. But that's a good one. I remember Randall told me about DaVinci. I've never used it, Pixel. I've used... When I was in film school, we did iMovie Maker, Avid Editing, which was okay. And then Final Cut Pro 2. And then I did 4, Final Cut 4. And I think the last one I used before I graduate was Final Cut Pro 6. And then eventually, before my dad died, I asked for Final Cut Pro 10, and he got it for me as a birthday present or Christmas present. I can't remember what it was. And back then, because I'm old, you can't just buy, like, you just buy the software on the app now. Back then, like Final Cut Pro 10 back then was on a disc. So I just took the disc, inserted it into my laptop, downloaded the program, and I just kept it on my laptop. But now you can just go to the app and just say, okay, bam, I want that. And then you just download the program, which is 10 times more easier than taking a disc and inserting it in. So it's gotten a lot easier. But I remember Final Cut Pro 2. It was a big box from here to about here, about that tall, and it had tons of discs in it. Like it had all the editing techniques on one disc, and you had to download that. Then it was the actual program on another disc. Then it had all free music that you could use. There was like 10 discs in a big box set, Final Cut Pro 2. That was a lot. I don't remember how many discs there were, but there was a lot, Pixel. So yeah, it's definitely gotten a lot easier. But yeah. It's good and free. Well, there you go. So that would be perfect for Dave. There you go. Dave says, I'll check it out. Also looking for an emulator. There you go. Vision says, I think Vision's meant to say hello, Fears Man. But he wrote H-E-L-L. So hell. I think he meant to say hello. Well, hello, Visions. He says, hello, Fears Man. What's up, dude? Pixel says, howdy, Tina. Let's see. It's weird they bothered making Toxie a little guy when Peter's not even in the toxic costume. He just... Really? Why wouldn't they... Pixel, I'm not trolling. I'm just legit curious. So he just voiced it. So they got another little guy to play him. Why wouldn't you want to play... If I was a little person and they said, hey, you want to be in a Toxie movie? I'd be like, hell yes. But I would request, hey, let me voice it and let me act in the costume. Why wouldn't he want to be in the costume? Damn it. So he plays the normal guy before he gets doused with the chemicals. You know, because in the original, it was, what the fuck was his name? He was like, he worked at a health spa or whatever, and he was mopping, and then he gets flown out of the window, and the dorky kind of guy lands in the toxic sludge in the pickup truck or whatever. And then he goes home, and his mom's like, I think it was like, wasn't it Milton or something like that? And she's like, are you all right? And he's like, oh, I'm fine, Mom. And literally flesh is falling off in the bathtub. And he's trying to like wash off the chemicals, and then he just turns into the Toxic Avenger in his bathtub. But like the bathtub water's like got like pieces of flesh in there. It's all green, the water. So he plays the normal guy in the new one, and then he voices the Toxic Avenger. He should have been in the costume, Pixel. F for presentation. But I asked Bukaki and Visions, I said, is it worth going to see? Bukaki said, it's very funny and it's very bloody. And I was like, well, I would expect nothing less. You know, because the first one was like that. The first one was very bloody. And besides that one scene that I didn't like, it was fucking hilarious. But now I'm kind of bummed that Peter didn't even play the character. He just voiced it. That's bullshit. They should have had him in the costume. That's just me, though. That's just my... Anyway. Because if you're going to commit to a role, if I was a little person, I would have committed to the role. I've been like, all right, yeah, I want to be in the costume, and I want to voice it, you know? That's just me. Yo, what's up, Lance? What's up? Good to see you, buddy. You still need to see part 2. I do. I plan on watching all of them. I just asked Meta, Pixel. There's 5, including the new one. So there's Toxic Avenger Part 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's the original series. And then number 5 is this. I thought it was a sequel, but Boo Khaki told me it's a redo. It's a revamp. And I was like, all right, fair enough. Fair enough. But I do plan on getting it. So, yeah. I think they tried making the story about an underdog more effective by making him dwarf size. Nowadays, if you change, that's true. So, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you don't want to offend anyone. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say they're whiny, Bukaki. I would say most people don't want to offend, but in the 80s, that Trauma company, they didn't give a shit what they did, you know? Like, Pixel has told me some old war stories of Trauma. Isn't that the name of that company, Pixel? They were like having people commit suicide and I think Randall said that Nuke 'Em High, someone punches someone's stomach out and there's fucking blood and gut or some shit like that. And I was like, damn. So Trauma didn't give a shit back then. I would presume, isn't Trauma making this new one? Because they own the rights. So I'd be like, if Trauma isn't making it, then that's kind of bullshit too. Because they created the Toxic Avenger. That's their baby. You know, why wouldn't they make it? You know? I don't know much information about it. So. Oh, I know that all too well, Pixel. He says, true Bukaki, hard to please them all. I would say the same thing about YouTube. Most of my problems on YouTube is I try to get along with everybody. I try to please everybody. Some people out there, not mentioning any names, you know, they psychoanalyze every word that Fierce says. And, oh my God, he made that mistake. Well, of course, I'm a human being. But apparently, to trolls, you can't make a mistake unless they like, well, I was going to say his name. Someone that's on Lantern's show a lot, he psychoanalyzes every move I make. Can you believe what Fierce did? Oh my God, I can't believe Fierce did that. I'm a human being. I'm bound to make mistakes. A guy name that starts with a Y, and he considers himself a Christian, even though he makes fun of other people's religion. That's not very Christian-like. Just saying. Anyway. Vision says, Bozo, I think. They have musical for everything now. Even Evil... Really? Evil Dead. Hang on. I gotta find this. Hang on. There's gotta be a trailer on this, Pixel. Let me try to find these. I gotta watch these. Hang on. Now I'm curious. So, Evil Dead. So, Evil Dead musical trailer. And then I'm going to look the Toxic Avenger one. Oh, shit. Here it is. Oh, my God. Wow. Evil Dead the musical promo. All right, let's watch this. Oh, my God. Well, you know what? They need to not do Evil Dead. They need to do fucking Army of Darkness. Because so far, I watched Evil Dead 2, and that was fucking great. And I watched Army of Darkness, and that was even more fucking great. I was laughing my ass off at Army of Darkness. I love Army of Darkness. That's the best one I've seen so far. I need to see the original Evil Dead, because Vision said you got to watch the first one, and number 2 is kind of like a rehashing of number 1, and I need to see number 1. I need to get number 1. It's hard to find. I haven't found it at Barnes & Noble, and it's hard to find it on eBay and Amazon. I don't know if they have it on Blu-ray. They should somewhere, but I haven't found it. And then there's Ash versus something. That's the third one. Then they remade Evil Dead, and I haven't seen the remake. And then Ash had a... Bruce Campbell came back, and it was like Ash, the TV show. I haven't seen the TV show yet. But people said that was good. So, yeah. Let's watch this promo real quick. So, Evil Dead, the musical. Oh, God. Here we go.
6 months, my mom and I have been making our own homemade dog food toppers at home, and we've actually
All right, here we go.
To us now, and make no mistake, we're gonna have fun, cause it's spring break. We'll pour, we'll score, we'll fuck right on the floor, we'll do all this.
This is a full-on musical. Oh my god.
And a whole lot more. We're cabin in the woods, cabin in the woods, yeah.
Wow, this guy, he's got a chainsaw, and then he's like faking cutting his hand off, and there's blood just like flying in his face. So far, so good.
We're 5 college students on our way to an old abandoned cabin in the woods. Yeah! 5 college students on our way to an old abandoned cabin in the woods. On our way to an old
It's not that I didn't believe you, Pixel, but it's kind of far-fetched, but this is a full-on musical. Cabin in the woods, you motherfucker! They got zombies dancing. They're going like this. This is a full-on thing. Oh, Lord. Wow. And there's tons of blood on the stage. I would go see this just to say, hey, I went and saw that. It was fucking hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Wow. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, this musical. Anyway, I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom, and then I'll catch up with the chat. But, oh, wow. That was hilarious. Oh, my God. That was good. Cabin in the woods! Like, going fucking nuts with it. All right, when I get back, I'm going to watch Toxic Avenger, the musical, and then we'll continue on. So just go ahead and study my favorite mug. I'll be right back. As Lantern would say, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I need to go take a pee-o right now, and I'll be right back-o. All right, I'll be back. Plus, I got to turn on the fan. It's getting hot in here. I'm going to have that song stuck in my head like all night now. Cabin in the woods, you motherfucker. I'm going to have that song stuck in my head, guys. Cabin in the woods. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Cabin in the woods. Going fucking ballistic. All right. That was pretty funny, Pixel. It was. It was pretty great. All right. Let me catch up with the chat here, and then I'll find the other one, the Toxic Avenger one. Let's see. Fears you should watch Cannibal, the musical. Oh, you are Pixel or Visions. It's on the list. It's on there. It's on there. It's on the old list. It's not on the digital list. It's on there. Oh, I know it's on there. Hang on. Right here. Cannibal the musical. Right there. It's on there. I knew it was on there. I was like, that one's been on the list for quite a while. Whew, there it is. So, anyway. there's quite a few Easter egg callbacks to the original, but not any scene for scene parts. It was good. It was there you go, Visions. I wonder if they used any original actors. You know what I'm saying? Because you said there's a lot of throwbacks, right, Visions? A lot of Easter eggs. So if you've seen the first one, I wonder if they used any of the original actors. Like, you know, you're freaking me out, Dave. I wonder if they used that guy in it again. Or some of those ladies that were teenagers and college chicks. Now they're like probably like old grandmas now because they made it so fucking far back in the 80s. That'd be cool if they used some original actors. You know, from the first one to now this redo. That'd be cool. Well, I look forward to all the Easter eggs because this will be my second film that I'm going to watch. Because I watched the first one, now I'm going to do the redo, which makes sense, and now I need to watch 2, 3, and 4. So, yeah. Because Pixel and Visions told me, like, the second one, I don't know why, but he travels to Japan, and he, like, saves a bunch of people in Japan, and he, like, kills a bunch of villains in Japan, and he throws up on people or some shit, and I was like, wow, okay. So I look forward to that. What's up, Lance? Alex says, what's up, Fears? Nothing much, just chilling. Boo, that one is hilarious. It is. I was laughing my ass off. A different little person in the suit. I don't think Peter was... I'm just saying, like, if you're going to commit to the role, that's like saying, hey, Fears, do you want to make a major motion picture as Fears Man? Yeah, I'll make it, but I don't want to be Fears Man. I'd be like, are you insane? I'd be like, yes, give me the money. I'll make Fears Man into a major motion picture movie. That's right. I would call my mom and be like, Mom, I'm going to give you a shitload of money and you make the costume. I would have my mom make the costume. Kind of like Clark Kent style. My mom would have to make it, you know? Like, they'd be like, hey, Fears, we're going to get you a costume designer. Don't need it. My mom knows how to sew. My mom will make it. Shh. You know? My mom will make it. End of conversation. You know, if somebody else played Fears Man, I'd be like, oh, you son of a bitch. There's only one Fears Man. And there's only one guy that can play Fears Man. And you're looking at him. You know? The only way I would have someone play Fears Man is if I got too old. If I got too old to play it, I would play Will L. And then I would get like some young buff guy, you know, some strapping lad to play him. And I would play Fears Man's father. You know, if I got too old. But if I'm still young enough to play him, oh, you bet your ass I'd play him. So Peter, nothing against you, but you should have been in the costume. It's cool that you voice him, you know, because that's quite an achievement to have, you know, on your resume. Like, I got to play Toxie. I got to play the Toxic Avenger. But you got to be in the suit. You got to commit to the role. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's what his name was. I thought it was Milton. It's Melvin. That's right, Melvin. And he's like some dorky guy, and he works out at the health spa or whatever, or the gym. It's like a gym / and he's mopping away. And then that guy that kills those kids, he's like, yeah, I fucking hate that Melvin guy. And then he falls out the window. Well, you guys have all seen it. So yeah. So I thought you didn't like very bloody. Well, it depends, Pixel. It depends. Like, the Toxic Avenger is going to be funny, right? So I know, even though it's going to be bloody, the funny is going to outweigh the bloodiness. You know what I'm saying? But like, I got a cringe in my stomach when you told me, Fears, you got to at least watch that scene out of, Art the Clown, the Terrifier 3 one, where he chainsaws the fuck out of that couple in the shower. I was like, this is just too much. It was overkill. I'm like, yeah, we get it. Like, if he would have just chainsawed them in the shower, that's one thing. All right, well, yeah, you're dead. At least you had sex, in the shower one more time. There you go. But he, like, rips off the lady's arm, chainsaws the fuck out of her. Then he, like, cuts the guy's dick off, cuts the guy's asshole off, right up through here, and he's chainsawing the guy's head, and there's blood everywhere. That's when it's too much. I was like, this is too much. It's too much. No. But I'm very proud of you, Pixel and Bukaki and Visions, because your guys' stomachs can handle that. I was sitting there like this. I was like, don't throw up, Fears. I'm like, you can get through it. I almost did. You guys saw me. I was watching. I was like, this is too much. This is too much. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, he rips the guy's, chainsaws the guy's head off. All right, well, there goes his asshole. There goes his penis. Right up, I mean, chainsaws the fuck. Even Leatherface doesn't do that. Leatherface just hacks, a few body parts off with the chainsaw. But he doesn't even do, when Art the Clown kills someone, that doesn't even kill him. He fucking mutilates them. I mean, to a pulp. He mutilates people, So I'm just like, that's too much. It's too much. I can't deal with it. So yeah. Toxie has never been someone famous. Anyways, I don't know, Pixel. Toxic Avenger's pretty famous. I mean, they took a mutant killer that kills people, and I couldn't believe it when Randy told me they made that into a cartoon for kids, which is the most random thing ever. I never watched it. Randall said he watched the cartoon as a kid. I'm like, wait, so they took a serial killer that's a mutant that has a mop and what does he wear? He wears a tutu. And I forgot why he wears a tutu. It's been a while since I've seen the first one. Maybe I'll rewatch the first one when Halloween rolls around. I'm like, they turned that into a cartoon for kids? I was like, that's kind of nuts, To me, he's pretty famous. I mean, I had never heard of him until you guys said, what, Fears? You never heard of that? I was like, I don't know what the hell you guys are on about. And then I watched the trailer and I was like, oh man, this is fucking great. So yeah. But anyway. Trauma. That's what it is. I thought it was trauma or something. Trauma. That's what it is. They've just always... Yeah, exactly. They've always been... But Pixel, the reason why I brought that up is because Bukaki makes a good point. When they made this new one, they don't want to offend anyone. And then I thought that was funny because I was like, well, they didn't care about offending people back in the 80s. And I couldn't remember the name. Thank you for correcting me, Bukaki. Trauma. They had... Randall was telling me all sorts. They had Nukem High and then Hell High or whatever the hell it was. And then 1984. All those fucking ones. And Randall was like, oh yeah, in one of the school ones, some guy's stomach gets ripped out and all this blood and guts. I don't remember what movie that's from. But yeah, they've always been intense films. But I can't wait to watch them because they're all hilarious and 80s and shit. So yeah, I can't wait. So yeah. No, oh really? That's kind of weird. That's Trauma's baby, Pixel. So why would they pick a new company? That's kind of... I'm flabbergasted. Pixel says no, a new company has the rights now. Oh wow. But you would think, all right, we haven't made a Toxic Avenger movie in quite a while. I may have to, since we're talking about Toxic Avenger so much, I'll probably put Toxic Avenger discussion in the title now. So yeah. That's kind of weird. But I don't know. I mean, that's their baby. Anyway. Right on. Make some money off this one. Won't be bumming for change anymore. Yeah, the first one they made like on a shoestring budget, they were just grabbing people off the street. I watched the behind the scenes and they were like, I remember the producer does one interview on the Blu-ray and he's like, if you could talk back then, you're like, hey, you want to be in a film? Great. Get in that costume. Get over there. We're going to shoot in like 10 minutes. And I was like, okay, wow. So they were like trying to film the first one on a shoestring budget. So yeah. Was thinking the same thing, Boo. Might be the single movie he actually makes good money off of. Well, I remember you telling me, Pixel, or it was you or Boo Kagan Visions, a lot of those trauma movies, as funny as they were and as bloody as they were, I guess they didn't make a lot of money back then. Now they're like classics. Like Randall's like, Fears, you've got to watch Nukem High. He goes, that one's a fucking classic. And before Randall and you, I was like, I don't know what the hell you're on about, Randall. I'm like, I've never heard of that. I've never heard of 1984. I've never heard of the class of 1982 or whatever the hell it was called. I got them all on the list, so I'm planning to watch them all. But and Randall was like, "Oh yeah, these are great, man." He's like, "What? You've never seen Toxic?" I was like, "Nope, never." I said, "I've heard of it, Randall. I think I had heard about it when I was a kid, but I don't think I'd ever seen it." But as soon as I watched it, I was like, "Wow." I was like, "I've been missing out." That kung fu fight scene is, without a doubt, one of my favorite scenes. Because the black guy he's like really sure of himself. He's like, oh yeah, I'm going to kick your ass. And Toxic Avenger's like, no. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. And he's like, yes, I am. And then he gets his fucking arm ripped off. And I was like, yeah, well, serves you right, motherfucker. There you go. And it's hilarious. That scene's great. Genius. Loved it. Plus, it was hilarious, you know? Let's see. Really need Lloyd to come to a con. He doesn't charge a dime. Oh, there you go. Well, I've met... Whenever my friend Dave was doing the Contamination Conventions, Pixel, I've told you the story before, but I'll tell it again. I met the guy that played Toxie in part 2, and I guess he did it in part 3. And I forgot his name. I think it was like John something. He was like a stuntman / actor. But I've never met the original guy that played Toxie. That would be cool. That would be cool. Anyway. Oh, what's up, Mr. Lantern? Mr. Lantern woke up. Hang on. Let me give Lantern a call. Give me a second. Well, Lantern, I tried to call you. I'm a little bit behind on the chat, Lantern. I'm trying to catch up before we get to the first topic. Oh, shit. Lantern called me 5 times. My bad. Oh, wow. Lantern!
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
You good?
Lantern, were you asleep? Were you napping?
Oh shit, Lantern called me 5 times.
Were you napping?
Yeah, I did call you 5 times.
I'm sorry, Lantern. I turned off my phone and I put it on Do Not Disturb. And I turned it on whenever I was asking Meta. But I'm live, buddy. I'm live.
Yeah, I've been chatting in the chat.
I know. I'm a little bit. Did you call me an ass?
No, I don't call you no A word.
Oh, I thought you called me an ass. I'm sorry. I misheard you, buddy. I'm sorry, buddy. It sounded like you called me an ass. I'm sorry. My bad. I was like, damn, Lantern. I was like, shit. Hey, Lantern, damn.
Yeah. Pew.
Pew. Lantern, you recorded my burp yesterday.
Yeah.
It was a loud one.
Yeah, I played it 3 times and you farted 3 times.
I know. Well, I'll be honest, Lantern. I did not mean to let the fart rip. But I was like, the fans don't care. I'm like, they listen to Lantern like fart and shit his ass off, and I'm like, so they're not gonna care if I fart. But I didn't mean to burp. I didn't even have a soda. I was just drinking some liquid death water, which is my favorite. And I take a sip, and maybe I guess I drank it too quickly, and I let out this like this burp, and I was like, damn. I'm like, that was loud. But the fart, I did not mean to. I mean. The fart I meant to. I was like, oh, I got one mustering up. I'm like, I'll let that one fucking fly. So, Lantern, you were 11. Lantern, how was your nap? Were you napping?
Yeah.
I'm sorry for missing your show. I came in at the last, 15 minutes. I almost was late to work. I was like, oh, shit. I'm like, it's 4:15. I gotta fucking go. Grabbed my fucking keys. I grabbed an apple to eat it on the way to work as a snack. Threw on my work clothes. I got there right at 4:30, clocked in. I had 2 minutes to drink my coffee, and then I was on the fucking line. And I was like, thank God. So I clocked in right at 4:30. They had a little team meeting. I said, can I grab a coffee? 2 minutes. They're like, hurry up, Fierce. Had a little coffee. Bam, on the line. So I was like, whew. So yeah. So I slept almost all the way through your show, Lantern. I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to. I was tired, though. So, you got any big plans for Labor Day, buddy?
Not really, because I just stay home.
I don't either. Like, Saturday, I'm going to do something because I don't care about Carrie's troll stream. I think it's a big waste of time. I'm not making fun of Carrie. It's just she's going to rehash the same shit that should have been forgotten ages ago. I haven't talked to her like in 9 years. Well, no, that's actually not true. I talked to her a year or two ago. She came into my chat and said hello. That was it. But I haven't physically talked to her, like face to face on the phone, in like 9 or 10 years. So it baffles me that she wants to just rehash the same shit. But whatever. So I'm gonna try to do something on Saturday. I was telling the fans I may go see Toxic Avenger if I don't come up with anything. And then Sunday I'm gonna go to church, and then I'm gonna have some lunch, and then do a stream. And then I'm going to go to Barnes & Noble because I haven't went to Barnes & Noble in weeks. It's been a while. The last time I went was with me and Dave about 3 or 4 weeks ago. It's been a while. Something like that. So, yeah. So, that's the only thing I got planned. And then Monday, I'm definitely going to do a Labor Day stream. But besides that, I need to... I'm going to see if Randall wants to hang out this weekend because I haven't hung out with Randall in forever. Randall's been busy. I've been busy. So, well, I hope you have fun at church, buddy.
I will.
Are you and your family going to go get something to eat at Cracker Barrel after church?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, that'll be fun.
What are we doing Sunday?
I'm going to go to church, and then I'm going to do a live, and then I'm going to well, I'm sorry, church, and then I'm going to go to Barnes & Noble. I'm going to grab some lunch after Barnes & Noble, and then I'm going to come back and do a live. And hang out with the fans for a little bit. But that's all I got planned so far. I got to think of something else. But besides that, I don't really have anything else. So, yeah. So, yeah. Lantern, did you fart today?
Yeah, damn.
Well, Lantern, I know this always makes you laugh. I love Danny D's impression of me.
Yeah.
Talking to you. Lantern, give me a fart. Yep. Gotta have content. As much as I don't, exactly. As much as I don't like Danny D because Danny D likes spreading drama, and I don't like drama. He's funny. Danny D's funny. You know.
Yeah.
His version, his over the top version of me, because I've never went like this and said, gotta have content, 20 fucking times in a row like Danny D does. I do an over-the-top of Danny D, doing an over-the-top version of me, acting to you. So mine's even better, you know? Me, I'm acting like Danny, acting like Fears, talking to Lantern. So mine's like triple digits, buddy. You know? You gotta go to that third dimension. So there you go. All right, Lantern, well, I'm gonna get back to the chat, buddy, but, so you're going live at 10, right? 10 or 10:30?
Yeah.
All right, I'll try to make it. I hope I don't fall asleep, but you know my rules. I'm done with Yakov. I'm done with Larry. So I'll wait till they leave, and then I'll come and hang out with you and Visions and everybody else. And I don't have a problem with Museum, but I don't want to talk to Larry. I'm not going to talk to Yakov because those guys drive me nuts. So I'll wait until they're all done, and then I'll come on.
Okay.
All right, buddy. I'll see you later. Shunk! Shunk! Lantern loves that shunk. He does. He loves that shunk. Well, there it is. All right, let's see. Let me get back to the chat here. Lantern was trying to call you. Quit and stop ignoring. I wasn't ignoring you, Lantern. I'm sorry. No one ignores the Lantern. I'm sorry. I had to get back to him. Pixel says, I have it on Blu-ray. I know, Pixel. I need to get the first one. I do. Anyway, Lantern is turning into a stalking ex. No, he's all right, Bukaki. Lantern just loves the Fears man, which I appreciate. Lantern's a good friend. Lantern's a good guy. Lantern's a good friend. You know? Yeah, that's it, Pixel. I need to see Ash versus Evil Dead. I need to see the TV show. I watched the trailer. It looked hilarious. But, yeah. Army of Darkness so far. Nothing against Evil Dead 2. Because Visions told me. Visions, I love it. But Army of Darkness is so much better. At least in my opinion. You know, that was the part, Pixel, where, like, the skeleton's like, ah! And then the fucking, like, boulder, like, crushes him. I was losing my shit. I was on the ground fucking dying. Because it's like this skeleton, he's only like half a skeleton. He's trying to kill Ash. And he grabs Ash's leg, And then all of a sudden he looks up and he's like, oh! And the fucking boulder hits him. And then ash goes up the side of the castle or some shit. And I was fucking losing my mind. I was laughing. I must have rewound and watched that part at least 6 or 7 times because I was fucking losing my mind. Like in a good way. I was laughing hysterically. It was so funny. It was good. All right. Anyway. Let me catch up here. Oh, thanks, Mr. Lantern, for that super chat donation. I'm trying to catch up here. 1 million donation won't buy Fear's love. I know. Sadly, it won't. But I appreciate Mr. Lantern always giving me those. Bukaki. Yeah, I know. 1 tier. Fears hasn't found love yet. I'm not asking for much, you know. I'm asking for a nice lady with a good head on her shoulders. Obviously, she has to be a little cute because I look for both, though. Like, I had a friend in college who's like, oh, no, Fears, tits and ass all the way. And I was like, well, maybe that's good for you. I don't mind. I look for both. I look for personality and good looks. As long as she's got both. I like a good personality. Because if she has no personality, Fears' classic line, if she has no personality, then she's probably dumber than a box of rocks. I like both. It would be nice if she was a Christian, you know. But if she's not, I'll be like, that's okay. You know, but I would prefer it, you know. So I'm not asking for much. It's hard. It's hard to find your lucky lady. So everyone out there that's found your lucky lady, I envy you guys. I really do. It's hard. It's hard to find that lucky lady. Let's see. How have you been doing, Mr. Lantern? I'm catching up with the chat. Let's see here. No, I didn't block you, Lantern. I'm just way behind on the chat, like always. Vision says, yep. Don't know. That's not true, Visions. I did not block Mr. Lantern. No. No. Because Lantern, no offense. If Vision says, yep, Lantern will believe that. Lantern, I did not block you. Visions is joking. I did not block you, buddy. I'm just way behind on the chat. Because I was watching some musical and I was telling stories and stuff like Fears always does. I hate that I'm behind. I'm trying to catch up here. By the way, Safeway has buy 2, get 3. Okay, there you go. Nice. I can watch anything or anyone be blown up except for animals and movies. Yeah, I don't like when they kill animals and when they kill children. I think that's going too far. Because I'm a big animal lover. Except for snakes. Because I don't want people thinking I'm lying. Because Larry's told the whole internet, oh, Fears hates zoos and I hate animals. Which I don't. I just hate snakes. Because I got a traumatic experience when I was a kid. I was at 5th grade camp. I've told this story before. Me and a friend was walking on this dirt path. I didn't know there was a snake under these leaves. I'm walking. I don't even remember what I remember I was on this side and my friend was right next to me. So I'm on the left and he's on the right. We're just talking. We're just shooting the shit, talking about whatever. And we were on our way to eat dinner. Or dinner or lunch. Like, we were on our way to eat some meal. And we're walking down the path. And I stepped on these leaves and I heard a hissing sound. And I went like this. And I guess I pissed off the snake because I stepped on it. It came flying out of the leaves that was on the dirt path. And I remember I was like, ah! And I fucking took off running. And I felt so bad for my friend because I didn't even look back. I was so scared. I just took off running down the path. And then when I got about halfway down the path, then I turned around to see if my friend was behind me. And he was like, holy shit, Fears, you stepped on that. And I was like, yeah, I know. And then I remember saying, hey, sorry, man, for not grabbing you. I said, I was scared. I said, I didn't want that snake to bite me. And I remember my friend saying, oh, don't worry, Fears. I would have ran like you too. He goes, I don't want to get bit either. And I was like, yeah. And then I remember we walked around the path to get to the dining hall. And then we ate dinner. And then I told my teacher what happened. And ever since that day, I've been terrified of snakes. So, yeah. So, Pixel, I'm right there with you. I don't like when kids are killed in films, and I don't like when animals are killed. And I love animals. My favorite animal besides Enzo. I love Enzo. He's my buddy. He's my pal. I can't wait to see him when I go in Missouri. I like penguins. I think they're a cool animal. That's my favorite, but I just do not like snakes. What's up, Lance? Good to see you. I'm trying to catch up, buddy. I really am. I mean, no one famous has ever been in the suit. That's true. That's true. But the character is famous. What's up, Heroes? I'm sure you said hello ages ago. I'm behind. I'm trying to catch up, buddy. But Heroes, good to see you. That's right, Bukaki. That's right. See, it's been a while. I'm not lying. I love Toxic Avenger. I just haven't seen it in a while. That's right. Melvin was in on the prank. They got him in the tutu, and then it went horribly wrong, and he went flying out the window. That's right. I just couldn't remember why he had the tutu on. That's right. Hero said, shout out to everyone in the chat. What's up, Heroes? Good to see you, buddy. What's good, my peeps? Just chilling. Just having a nice chat about the new Toxic Avenger movie. Trauma has always been tiny and independent. That's true, Pixel, because like I said, the first one they made like on a shoestring budget. They had like zero money. You know what I'm saying? I've got that one on the list, Dave. Surf Nazis Must Die. That was like one of the first ones. Pixel Visions told me about that one. I watched the trailer. I laughed my ass off at that one. So it's on the list. All trauma movies are on a shoestring budget. Yeah. You know? There it is. So, Toxic Avenger 2 is the first movie I remember watching. Mom bought it at a rental store and thought it looked funny. Really? Pixel? Oh, wow. The first three movies I remember watching, like straight through, I remember my Uncle John, my British uncle, which is one of my mom's brothers. I remember I was watching TV, and he looked at me, my brother, and he said, do you want to see a really good, like, funny movie? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, come on, let's go to Blockbuster. We went to Blockbuster. I remember he said, you and your brother can pick out some candy or whatever. I picked out, and then he said, trust me, this one's going to be funny. And you would think it would be Ghostbusters, right, Pixel? No. The very first film I ever remember watching, like, straight through, front to back to front, was Goonies. The second one was Ghostbusters. And then the third one was, it was some Disney. Oh, Aladdin. Those three movies are like the first three movies that I, like, loved, remember watching them multiple times all the way through. So at least two of those were some good 80s movies, you know? And then Aladdin came in 1992 or 93, something like that. Hero says, hey, Tina, what's up? Let's see. Toxic 2, Puppet Master, and Hellraiser. Not Lion King, Aladdin, or anything like that, but Puppet Master and Hellraiser. Hellraiser, you know, But I still have yet to see Puppet Master. Well, you know what, Pixel? Your dad sounds hella cool. I would have liked to meet Mr. Protocol, you know? He seems like he had some good taste in films, you know? Little Toxie 2, a little Puppet Master. Now, I've watched the trailer for Puppet Master, and I know it's not going to be scary. It looks fucking hilarious. It's on the list. I can't wait. Little puppets, like, killing people. Like, one of the puppets, I remember, he's got, like, black eyes and, like, a trench coat, and he's got, like, a drill for a hand, and he's got, like, a Inspector Gadget, like, hat on or some shit. And he's like that tall and about that wide. So I'm looking forward to that, you know. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. I'm here watching the stream while gaming. Oh, there you go, Heroes. Nice. Well, Heroes, I cannot wait. Because remember the last time we had a talk on the phone, buddy? You're like, Fears, I got my new cell phone. I got my new setup. I cannot wait to do some gaming streams. So, Heroes, we'll have to do one before my big trip to see my family. And if not, you know, between work and all that shit, if we can't do it before, we'll definitely do it after. Because, man, we have not hung out in forever, Heroes. We got to do a gaming stream on your channel and on my channel. Because the fans love when we game it up. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Have you ever seen Pet Sematary, the original? No, not yet, Lance, but it's on the list. Looks like Sega has a new streaming link. Oh, that's cool. I did not know that he had a new... So on his Twitch, there you go. Fears looks like the father from that movie. Which one? Pet Sematary? Tomorrow's my niece, Sweet 16, all-white party, and they want me to wear my Mr. Knight white suit, but I was thinking I might just take... oh. Okay. May do a cameo. There you go. Well, hey, tell her happy birthday for me. So happy birthday. Let's see. Yeah, Army of Darkness is more slapsticky, up your alley. Well, it was hilarious, Visions, because you got all the things that Fears likes. You got just enough gore. There's action. There's a little bit of sci-fi in there, a little bit of horror. And I do like me some slapsticky. I like good movies, but I also like those movies that are so bad that they're good. You know, like why in the world did they think Halloween 3 would work? Everybody loves Michael Myers. You take Michael Myers out of that, everyone in the 80s was like, what the fuck is this garbage? Garbage. But it actually had a good concept. If they would have just called it Season of the Witch, it probably would have done a lot better, you know? But since they said Halloween 3, they're like, well, where the fuck is Michael? And he's only in it. He's in it. Actually, he's technically in it when Dr. Chalice is locked up in that. They put the white mask on him and he's trying to escape. He kicks the TV in. And before he kicks the TV in, Halloween is on. The actual Halloween movie is on the television. And you see Michael like come down the stairs. So he kind of has a cameo in it. But all the other Halloween movies, Michael's the star. So you take him out, everyone gets all pissed off. They're like, what the fuck is this crap? You know? So I do like good movies, but it was more than that, Visions. I liked how funny it was. I liked that all the effects were practical. Like, I watched the behind the scenes when I got Army of Darkness. I got it in the Steelbook. It's down here. Greg Nicotero, which is one of the greatest, special effect guys, he says, I'm in it. I have a cameo in it. I play a dead zombie guy. And they made all those, like, skeletons move. I don't think there was any CGI in it. That was before CGI. So I like all the practical effects. So it had a little bit of everything. It had slapstick in it, just the right amount of horror and gore. It's funny as hell. Bruce Campbell's going fucking nuts, because he's a funny guy. Like all of his cameos in the Spider-Man thing are funny. And then he was in Escape from L.A. John Carpenter's Escape from L.A. He plays the crazy plastic surgeon guy, and he almost gets his ass killed by Snake Plissken. Snake Plissken grabs the gun, and he's like, anybody moves, I'm going to blow his head off. And then he's like, release me, release that girl. And then he hits Bruce Campbell in the head, throws him away, and then they get the hell out of there, But I can't wait to see all the others. So that's the reason why I liked Army of Darkness more, Vision. But don't get me wrong, Evil Dead 2 was fucking great. Because Evil Dead 2 was a little bit slapsticky too. But it had a lot more gore in it than Army of Darkness. But they're both great. I was laughing like crazy all the way through them, So yeah. Sorry, Fears. I didn't mean the love thing. No, you're good. You're good. Bukaki, relax. Fears has got a lot better at taking a joke. Now, the old Fears would be like, you fucking bitch! I can't believe it! Oh, man, you guys would never want to see the old Fears. You guys wouldn't have liked Fears back then. Pixel remembers the old Fears. Fuck you, Pixel! Fuck you! You're fucking blocked! Fuck everybody! Fuck you! Fuck this! Fuck you! Oh, man, I went nuts back in the day. Oh, man. Pixel, remember this? So what's going on? Well, I mean, the boycott's going on. You motherfucker! You had to bring it up! Oh, man, I was pissed. Pixel, I blocked you for like 2.5 weeks. I was like, you fucking bitch! Oh, man, I went nuts. I went nuts. It was, oh, man. I was pissed. Oh, I went nuts. I think that's the worst I've ever been mad at Pixel. Now me and Pixel are like, the greatest of friends, but like, you know how I used to be like, I want you dead. Oh, man, I was pissed. I was like, you fucking bitch. I'm like, if I find you, I'm going to twist your fucking head off. I was going nuts. I was going nuts. Whew. Oh, man. Oh, man. Good times. Good times. Yep, the original Pet... No, not yet, Lance. It's on the list. I want to watch that one because a lot of my online friends said it's good. And then Randall's told me about it too. So it's on the list. So, Lance, I've got two lists. I've got the original list of all the suggestions that my friends online have told me about. And then I'm running out of room on this. So I started putting a list on my phone. So whenever I get more money, I'm like, all right, I'll buy 3 movies off of this list, and I'll buy... Sometimes when I go on vacation, Lance, there's this great store in St. Peters, Missouri, which is kind of... It's close to where my mom lives. St. Peters is here. My mom lives in Wentzville. So I'm going to bring the list with me, and then I just open it up, and then I look at the manager. I'm like, hey, do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? And then me and him are good friends because I buy a lot of stuff from vintage stock whenever I'm in town. Because I think it's one of the greatest stores. It's got new media. It's got media from the 90s. It's got media from the 80s. I mean, it's got it all. It's got 8-tracks there. It's got records, new and old. It's got vintage record players in there. It's got new record players. They have a bunch of nerd shit that I'm into. Tons of 4K Blu-rays. Tons of normal Blu-rays. A little bit of DVDs left. They have old VHSs. They have beta tapes in there. I mean, they got all sorts of shit in there. And beta was before VHS. So they got some old and new shit. So that's why it's one of my favorite stores. Because it's got a little bit of old, a little bit of new. It's fantastic. So I'll go in there and be like, I'll just clean house. I'm like, hey, do you got this? Do you got this? Do you got this? We got this, Spheres. We got this. We got this. We don't have this. Okay, great. Give me those. Fuck this. Give me those. See you later, buddy. Cheers. And then I'm out of there. So I always have a game plan whenever I go in Missouri. So I'll bring this, and then I got the list on my phone. So yeah. There we are. God, I'm so sorry that I'm behind. I'm trying my best. Cut his hand off, giving himself the finger was genius. Oh, it was. It was. Lance, one of my favorite words to discuss a film. If I love it a lot, I'm like, fucking great. Genius. Genius. Because it is. I'm like, those people that made that, they came up with a script. I'm like, that scene's fucking hilarious. That scene's fucking hilarious. And it's genius. But yeah, that's a funny scene. I like that. So, but I'm looking forward to watching the rest of Pixel. I'm looking forward to watching the rest of all the Toxic Avenger movies. And looking forward to watching all the rest of the evil ass shit. So I can't wait. It's going to be good. You should write all the movies on the list in a Sharpie on the wall. You know what? That's actually a great idea. I could put it over here or over there and just mark it off. I need to get a Sharpie thing. All right, now I'm finally caught up. I'm sorry. Finally. All right, now we can get to the first topic. I'm sorry that I got really behind. My bad. I try to keep up with the fans, but you guys go nuts with with the comments, which is good, but I hate not reading someone's comments, so I apologize. All right. Time to review. I only got to one movie today because I was tired after work, and I pretty much missed all of Lantern's show yesterday, so. Oh, by the way, Tina, I signed it for you, and then Walter wrote me today, so probably on Tuesday I'm going to mail this for Walter. So Walter wrote me his address. I'm going to mail this off for Walter, so Tina gets the podcast book part 4. This is the podcast book part 3. So Walter, me and Sega signed this. Right here. So I hope you like it, Walter. There we are. All right. So here we go. I'll be honest. The guy that only played James Bond once was kind of crap. All the other ones are good, but he only played he only was in this one movie. He was only in Her Majesty's Secret Service. The movie's okay. It basically just has Bond on a mission, and then on his mission, he falls in love, and it's the only movie where you see him, because he just jumps from one Bond lady to another, like James Bond does. But in this movie, he actually falls in love, and he gets married. And then about 20 minutes later, a villain shoots Bond's wife in the head. And that's how they end the movie. And I'm like, holy shit. You know? What's up, Joey? So, it's not the best Bond film, but yeah, it was alright. Alright, so, let me rate this one. So, it was alright. It was okay. Well, since we talked about Army of Darkness and Toxic Avenger so much, whenever I get done with this, I'm gonna take out the drama story out of the title and write Toxie and Evil Dead discussion. Because that was a good discussion. I appreciate it, guys. That was fun. I'm trying to focus more on the shows and less about the drama and just hang out with the fans and be the happy-go-lucky fears that we all love and know, you know? And don't give a shit about what other people think. It's hard sometimes, I admit. It's hard when people, you know, what's the best word? They just rip you down, they rip you to pieces. You know, how, like, Carrie's gonna do tomorrow, for God knows what reason. She's kind of nuts. But I'm trying to stay on the positive side. And that's not me making fun of her. That's the truth. She's kind of nuts, you know? She's kind of nuts. I'm going to give this movie... It's not the best James Bond film, but it's not the worst. I'd say it's a medium watch. Because he kind of... The mission that he goes on is not really a big mission. He's on vacation, and then they recall him back, and then M, which is James Bond's boss, is like, all right, enough vacation, I need you to be on this mission, and he's like, oh, okay, and then while he's on the mission, he falls in love with this woman, so yeah. So, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. It was okay. It was all right, you know. 6 out of 10. I'm going to write not the best Bond mission. So not the best Bond film. And his mission in this one is kind of crap. So not the best mission. It's the only film that he actually falls in love. All the other Bond movies, he's just like, oh yeah, that's a hot piece of ass. That's a hot piece of ass. She's hot. She's hot. She's kind of hot, you know. But this one, he actually falls in love with the girl, and he actually gets married. But he's only married for like maybe 20 minutes of the film, and at the end, unfortunately, a villain comes by and blows her head off. And they try to kill Bond too, but he ducks out of the way, and he tries to save his wife, but it's too late. And then she gets hit in the head. So and they end it with that. So it is a cool ending, but you're like, oh damn! Like he falls in love, and he only gets to have his wife for like 20 minutes, and then bam, she's dead. And you're like, well, that fucking sucks. So only film so far, only film for Bond to get married. The best scene, I think, is when his wife dies, because it's so dramatic, and it's like, in your face, and you're like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting that. Well, goddamn, you know? Like, you weren't expecting it. You're like, that fucking sucks. Holy shit. So, I thought that was the best scene. So, his wife dying. / his wedding. His wedding is a pretty cool scene, too. So, his wife dying / the wedding. It's probably one of the best scenes because it goes from that scene into the next one. My second favorite scene, probably when a villain is shooting at him and he jumps into that, it's that winter sport in the Olympics where you're in that, bobsledding. He jumps into a bobsled and he's going down the track as the villain's shooting bullets at him, and he just turns around, shoots the guy. So the bobsledding scene is a classic James Bond scene where he's going down the track, but he's also having people try to kill him, and then he outwits the bad guys, and he's like, oh, you're gonna shoot at me? Oh, fuck you? Oh no, fuck you. And he shoots the guy and kills him. So the bobsledding scene. So that was pretty good. But yeah, 6 out of 10. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. I mean, it was all right. It's not good. It's not bad. It was just kind of in the middle. It was just kind of like, nah. Anyway. So there it is. Tonight's watches, I'm going to watch Diamonds Are Forever. This is the very last one with Sean Connery as James Bond. So there, I'm going to watch that one. And I think I'm going to watch Live and Let Die, too. So these two. These are tonight's watches. Bam, bam. Because I'm on a James Bond kick. I've never watched all the James Bonds in order. I've watched them out of order, but I've never reviewed all of them for you guys. So I'm going to sit down, watch all of them in order, even the newer ones with Daniel Craig. Someone told me the new James Bond is Henry Cavill, the guy that played Superman. So I'd be interested to see his take on James Bond. Again, if he can play an American superhero, because you can't tell that he's a Brit. He's actually British, which I found hilarious. I'm like, you're playing an American superhero and you're a Brit. I'm like, there you go. And he plays my favorite superhero of all time. Because without Superman, there would be no Fears Man. So Superman is the inspiration to Fears Man. So my two favorite, Superman first, then Fears Man. And then probably Batman. And then Iron Man. Those are like my 4 faves. Superman, Fears Man, Iron Man, Batman. Good stuff. Plus, Bukaki, you were right. I loved the new Superman. Loved it. Loved it. The only thing I hated about it, and this is just me nitpicking, is you cannot have fucking Superman without the Clark Kent transformation scene. What? Oh my God, somebody's in need. He rips off the glasses, he loosens his tie, he goes into an alleyway, or, back in the day he would jump into a phone booth, but there's no phone booths. Nobody uses phone booths now. Nothing. You just see him in the suit, and I was like, oh, that's bullshit. You cannot have Superman without the, ripping open, you see the S, he twirls out of his business suit, and he's up and away. And I was like, that's fucking horseshit. I'm like, that is bullshit. But that's me nitpicking. But the rest of the film was, oh yeah. And I filmed it. I filmed me at the movie theater, so when I get caught up with all the Sega stuff, that's coming next. Because I've only got maybe 2 vlogs more of Sega, and then I can start working on all the other old vlogs. Because I haven't filmed anything recent, except for me and Dave and James and Tina hanging out at the Lakeland Comic-Con. Because I've got so much to edit, I've got enough footage to do the next 15 vlogs. So, I gotta catch up here. He was good as the man from... You know what? I've never seen it, Dave, but I've heard good things. I have. I've heard good things. Love his Superman. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was great. Fantastic. All right. Let's see what's next. Oh, wait, I need this. Top 10 Bond gadgets. Ooh, this is going to be hard. I will do my best. Top 10 Bond, because there's a lot. There's definitely a lot. Gadgets. Let's see here. Look, well, I don't know about ladies, but every guy loves Bond. You know, many people won't admit it, but in the back of your head, you're like, you know what? Bond's pretty fucking cool. I have to like Bond because I'm half British. It's kind of like sacrilegious if you don't like Bond. But my dad liked Bond. All my British uncles love Bond. So all the male figures of my life, past and present, love Bond. So I got introduced to Bond. I think the first time I watched a Bond film, I was 9 or 10. And I think it was Dr. No, or it was my favorite. No, I think it was the first one I think I watched was Moonraker, which is my all-time favorite. Roger Moore, 1974, I believe. Hang on. Just want to make sure. Hey, Meta, what year did they make Moonraker, the James Bond film?
I think you meant Moonraker,
Yeah.
not Moonbreaker.
Yeah, when did they make that movie? What year?
The James Bond film Moonraker was made in 1979.
Oh, 79. Okay. I was close. I said 74. I knew it was in the 70s somewhere. But Moonraker is my all-time favorite. All right, top 10 gadgets. All right. Well, since Moonraker is my favorite, I'm gonna start with his gadget in that he has a dart shooter. It's kind of like a watch. You put it on, and he hides it under his shirt, and he goes like that, and a dart flies out, and you can either stun the villain or kill the villain depending on what darts you use. So the dart gun from Moonraker is pretty good. The dart gun. In the second Bond film, he gets his first kind of big gadget. It's a traveling case with extra ammo in it, and then he push a button, and a throwing knife comes out of the suitcase, and then he has a rifle in the suitcase built in. So the suitcase. That's one of my favorites. And then in one of the Pierce Brosnan films, I love it. He can operate the car. He takes his cell phone and he has a touchpad, and he can drive the car with a touchpad, like built into his cell phone. So the self-driving car with his finger, and he just touches the cell phone. So the self-driving car with the cell phone is pretty cool. Self-driving car. The proximity mine he uses in GoldenEye. Epic. From GoldenEye. I'm trying to pick classic ones from a lot of films. That was number 4. Number 5, I do like his watch that turns into a bomb in Spectre with Daniel Craig. It's a normal watch, and then he just twists it, and then the background of the watch turns red, and it starts counting down. He takes the watch off, throws it, and the whole watch turns into a bomb. That's fucking great. So, the watch bomb from Spectre, which is probably my second favorite Bond film. It would go Moonraker and then Spectre. Spectre's fucking amazing. All right, number 6, something's in my eye, sorry. Oh god, there's so many gadgets. On his Aston Martin, I do like that he's got oil slick, and he pushes a button, and there's an ejector seat. So, oil slick. Ejector seat. He's got the machine guns that come out of the Aston Martin, so machine guns out of the Aston Martin, which is a fucking kick-ass car. That car, I would love to drive that someday. Yo, Walter, what's up? He says, hello, Walter, I just told everybody you sent me your address. I'm not like a troll. I won't share your address out, but I'm going to mail this out Tuesday because Monday's a holiday. So me and Sega signed this. I hope you enjoy the podcast book, buddy. It's filled to the brim of a lot of last year and a lot of this year because this had a lot of pages in it. So enjoy it, my friend. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. All right. So machine guns out of the Aston Martin. I need 2 more. What else? God, there's so many fucking gadgets. The invisible car out of what is it? Tomorrow Never Die. Oh no. It's the last Bond film that Pierce Brosnan did. He pushes a button and there's all these mirrors on his Bond car, and it makes it invisible. So the invisible car. I can't remember which Bond film it's out of the one that Pierce Brosnan did, but that's a cool gadget. So invisible car. I think it's out of Tomorrow Never Dies, I think. And then the last gadget I like, oh, God. Oh, he pushes a button on the Aston Martin and it shoots out all this smoke. And it it takes out the bad guys. So smoke screen. That's a good one. Those are like my top. I mean, I like all the gadgets, but those are like my top 10 that are really good. All right. Walter says, awesome, thanks. Hey, no worries, buddy. No problem. No problem whatsoever. Hey, Fierce, do you have any of your face stickers left? I do, but I want to save one. I'm going to give one to my mom and then one to my best friend. So, at some point, I'm going to have Visions make some more of those face stickers because it's hilarious. But I want to save one for my mom because I took a picture of it. My mom's like, oh, can I have one? I was like, yeah, of course. And then I sent a picture, Visions, to my buddy Eric, and he goes, who the fuck made that? That's hilarious. I went, my buddy Visions. And he's like, oh, Fierce. He goes, you got to save me one. I was like, I'll save you one, buddy. Don't worry. So, yeah. So, I'm going to have to get some from Visions. Well, just wait, Walter, because I'm going to have Visions make some more in a couple of weeks, a couple of months. I just had some stickers made, Walter, so I'll give you these. Let me grab them. I just made some fresh new stickers. I'll send them. Whenever I mail it off, I'll just put some stickers right here and I'll close it. And then I'm going to put this in a little box or a little, send out bag, whatever they want. So you'll get some stickers. So I'm going to send you these. Give me 1 second. Let me grab, because Walter, I don't think you've seen the new stickers. So give me a second. All right. So Walter, these are the old ones. So I'll send you an old one. These are the newest ones. I'll send you that. And then I'll send you one of the new ones. Here's the new one. And then, which I need to put one of these on my car. And then, oh wait, hang on. And then I'll send you one of these, buddy. So don't worry. So these are the newest, the latest and the greatest, my friend. So yeah. I need to put one of these on my car. The best promotion is self-promotion. Subscribe to Fears. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I'll put these away later. Yeah. Hell yeah, I love stickers. Definitely going on my beer fridge. Oh, that's what's up. Nice. Well, there you go, my friend. So don't worry. I'll add in some extra goodies, my friend. Don't worry. Don't, because you guys, anytime you guys send me fan mail, you guys are always throwing extra goodies in, which I greatly appreciate. So hell yeah. So yeah. Hey Walter, Fierce said he might transfer his movie to watch list in Sharpie on a wall behind him. I need to. Because I have to eventually get rid of this list, you know? It's only a matter of time, because really, if I'm being honest, you guys would agree with this. Visions, Walter, Bukaki, to everybody, I don't need any more films. Look at this. Look at this fucking shit. All this shit. I don't need a list. I don't need a list. Whew. There it is. I need to finish watching, but Fierce can't help himself. The gems. There's never enough gems. All right. There should be, but I just can't help myself, you know? Because my mom one time asked me, she goes, John, don't you have enough movies? And I was like, Mom, did you just ask me that question? I love my mom, but I was like, did you just ask me that question? She's like, what? I said, there's never enough gems. And she's like, all right. She's like, fair enough. I was like, yeah, there's never enough gems. I love gems. I love the movie Gems. You guys should know this by now. All right, the last thing I want to talk about, it's not going to be pleasant. I'll keep it as nicely as possible. Obviously, Carrie's got her own reasons for doing a hate stream. I don't know what they are. Carrie, I hope someone clips this and sends it to you. Carrie, I don't wish you any ill will. You're not going to listen. It's a waste of everyone's time, Carrie. Because I have not physically talked to Carrie on the phone. She hasn't been in one of my live streams. The last time I remember her even being in the chat was like a year or two ago. So, either Larry is still mad because I blocked him, and either him and Trolls whispered into her ear, and she's like, oh, wow, yeah, there's drama, and she wants to capitalize on it. But I haven't made fun of Carrie in ages. I haven't said anything. It's just ridiculous. So, Carrie, it's a waste of everyone's time for you to do a hate stream. But I know she's going to do it anyway. I'm not going to reveal my source, but somebody wrote me about a week or two ago and said, Fears, I'm actually proud of you for not watching that hate stream. And I said, yeah, why would I want to watch someone make fun of me for 2 hours? This person said, yeah, Carrie is nobody. Don't put yourself through that. Don't watch it. And I said, I'm not. So I'm not going to reveal who said that, but he is a friend. And he said, don't put yourself through that, man. Carrie's no one. Who cares what Carrie thinks? Don't watch it. I said, I'm not going to watch it. You know, because it's going to be her rehashing a bunch of stuff. I think she won't get over that I don't want to go out with her, and she won't get over that I yelled at her. And I feel so bad, and I've apologized a million times for yelling at her, but you guys have no idea what she put me through. She would call me every day, text me a million times. I even asked my mom and my dad, I was like, I don't know what to do. She won't give up. I said, I don't want to go out with her. I just want to be her friend, because I really do not like drama. And I really wanted to be Carrie's friend, but she just wouldn't leave me alone. I never thought in a million years she would play the voicemail. And I lost my temper, and I was like, Carrie, get it through your thick fucking skull. I don't want to go out with you. And then she played that, and oh man, that was the worst thing I could have done. So Carrie, I really am sorry from the bottom of my heart. And I know, I'm glad that she's gotten better at certain things. It's very immature to do a hate stream. Again, I'll say the same thing about Carrie as the same thing I'll say about Yakov. Yakov claims to be a Christian. It's not very Christian-like to make fun of other people's religion. I could say the same thing about Carrie. It's not very Christian-like to do a hate stream on someone when I've left Carrie alone. It makes no damn sense. So she's a hypocrite, if I'm being honest, you know. I've never done a hate stream. I'd say, well, kind of. The only person that I've kind of done a hate stream on is Matt Man, but he deserves it because he's a sick fuck, you know? He's said and done things about kids, which is so fucked up beyond belief. If I ever saw Matt Man in real life, I would grab my fist and I'd fucking deck him one right in his fucking face. Because he deserves it. But I don't think I deserve a hate stream. And because you know they're going to make up. Carrie did a video where she was like, if you have any stories about Fears Man, and again, I wrote it down. They're going to rehash everything. This is what they're going to talk about. I guarantee you, they're going to talk about this. They're going to talk about, hang on, let me find it. It's going to be the same bullshit that she's made fun of me forever about. Where is it? Give me a second here. Where is it? Oh, here we go. So I know that she's going to go over these. Any lie that I've ever said in the past, she's going to bring up. Any drama between me and Carrie, she's going to bring up. Any story I've told, they're going to rehash that. They're going to talk about my temper. They're going to talk about my patience or lack of. They're going to talk about the Larry drama. They're going to say Fears is terrible. I'm the worst person ever. I'm a piece of shit. All the channels that I took down, which is not very many. I've only took down a bunch of haters. And that's it. And then whenever I used to do death threats, you know, like, oh, I hope you fucking die. Because I try not to do that anymore. Because you can hate someone, but you don't have to, like, be like, I hope you fucking die. So I try not to do that anymore. They're going to rehash all that. And then since Carrie made that video about, oh, let me know if there's any stories, and I'll read them, whether they're real or not. So you know the trolls, they're going to make up a bunch of bullshit, you know, to make the stream that much more exciting. Oh, did you hear Fears is a spy and he kills people, you know? That's the newest one that I'll tell you guys in a minute. I don't know who this is. Some crazy lunatic keeps calling my phone. Larry's only called me like 8 or 9 times. But there's this other guy, when I was at the convention, he was trying to ruin my convention stream with me, Dave, and Tina and James. He must have called over 160 times. And I know, because I checked my missed calls 160 times. And I was like, that's ludicrous. Anyway. So, and Dave knows that I'm telling the truth. I said, Dave, and I showed him my phone. I said, Dave, look at this, 160 times. And Dave was like, that's insane, Fears, you know? And I was like, it is insane. So, the newest rumors, you ready for this? I cannot make this shit up. This is the truth. I'm not kidding. When I was asleep last night, I got 28 missed calls. So I listened to them today after work. I didn't have enough time to listen to them. There was 28 voicemails. I only listened to the first 6. 3 of them was this guy. He must be new to the community because I was listening to his voice. I thought maybe I'll recognize his voice, and it's very like mellow, and it's like this: troll stream next Saturday. Haha, Fears, we're gonna get you. Troll stream next Saturday. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. You know? So it's whoever this guy is. I don't know his name. He either says troll stream next Saturday, or he makes up these elaborate stories. Fears, I'm going to find you. I'm going to fucking kill you. That was one of them today that I listened to. Another one, 3 of them was troll stream next Saturday. The other 3 was a death threat. Fears, I'm going to find you. I'm going to fucking kill you. The other one was, I'm going to find your dog and cut his fucking head off. And I was like, wow. And then the 6th one was something about, you're a loser, your content sucks. I'm surprised you have as many followers as you do. And I'm like, God, this guy is a fucking mental case. And then I got a voicemail from Larry, because he still thinks it's me calling him. And I'm like, Larry, I know Larry's going to watch this. Larry, I cannot call you. I don't have your phone number. So somebody is texting Larry, pretending to be me, and because he's like, hey, Fears, we got to figure this out, man. And he left that voicemail. So Larry, I have not called you. I've not texted you because I don't have your number. So whoever this, excuse me, whoever this new person is, I'm sorry, Bukaki, the other one was the spy one. That I'm a spy, and that I'm going to kill everybody in the community. So I forgot about that one. So I listened to 7 voicemails, excuse me. Yeah, that was the 7th one. Fears, I know what you're up to. You're a spy. You're going to kill everybody in the community. I'm like, this is ludicrous. I cannot make this stuff up. I'm telling you guys the honest to God truth. So I don't know who this, now it's not Larry making up all these stories. It's somebody with the mellow tone, like, troll stream next Saturday. I don't know who this person is. But it's insanity. I cannot make this shit up. I swear, Scout's honor, this person will either say troll stream next Saturday, or he makes up these elaborate stories about, I'm going to kill you, Fears, I'm going to cut your dog's fucking head off, or I'm a spy and I'm going to kill everybody. And I cannot help but laugh. You know? So it's not Larry. Larry's just saying, hey man, we got to figure this out. I hope we can be friends one day. Larry has actually been very nice in the voicemail, but Larry doesn't know. He keeps calling me from a blocked number. So I've put the do not disturb on my phone. So, because I'm so sick and tired. If it's from a unknown number, it goes right to my voicemail and I don't pick it up. So yeah. So, oh, it's okay, Bukaki. You can laugh. It's laughable. Was laughing at the Fears as a spy thing, by the way. No, I get it. I understand. It's laughable. I was laughing. So, now Carrie hasn't called me. Because I would thought, oh, well, I thought she would have called because she's doing the troll stream. So, but I don't understand why she's doing it, though, because I have left her alone. The last time I said hello to her was when she popped into my chat a year or two ago. And then the most recent one was she was a part of LC's Discord for a little while. And I said hello to her then. And then I asked her how she was doing, and she got triggered, and she yelled at me. And then I was like, okay, Carrie, I'm done. That's the last time I talked to her, was in LC's Discord. And she was only in LC's Discord for a little while, you know? So it's a lot. And most of it is bullshit rumors. See, there you go, Visions. Well, you guys know that I love Ghostbusters, so that's a lie, you know. I love Ghostbusters. And now I feel kind of bad for Larry. Somebody's pretending to be me, calling him, texting him. He's like, Fears, someone keeps sending me messages. So, Larry, whenever you watch this back, Larry, I promise you, on my father's grave, and you guys know how much I love my dad, Larry, I don't have your number. I'm not texting you. I'm not calling you. So, it's either the same person calling me, leaving those weird-ass voicemails, or it's somebody else. But the person that keeps calling, saying, troll stream next Saturday, his voice is very low, and it's like very soft. It's like, troll stream next Saturday, ha 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 ha. I tried to listen. I was like, maybe if I listen real intently, you know, because I've heard a lot of people's voices in the community, not everyone's, but I thought maybe I can sound it out. Maybe I can like figure out who it is, and I couldn't. So either it's somebody new or someone's changing their voice. But this person, whoever's calling, is a fucking lunatic. He just keeps saying, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to find your family. I'm going to cut your dog's head off. You're a spy, Fears. I wish I would have kept the voicemail. I cannot make this up. I found out your deadly secret, Fears. You're a spy, and you're going to kill everybody in the community. I just could not help but laugh. I was like, wow. Oh, I did, Bukaki. I just went there. I can't make this up. I'm not lying to you guys. Anyway, I only listened to about 7 voicemails. The other 28, there was 28 voicemails, but I didn't listen to the others. I was just like, this is ludicrous. This is nuts. So, I don't know what else to say. And this is my last time I'm going to talk about it. So, Carrie, if that makes you feel better doing a troll stream, I'm sure you got your reasons. God knows what they are. Because, Carrie, I've left you alone. But, Carrie, I don't wish any ill will on you. I don't wish any bad things to you. Carrie's got enough problems. If I really wanted to make fun of Carrie, I could say stuff like, she doesn't have a job. She lives with her mother. She takes 13,000 pills a day. She eats 4 pizzas a day. I could say all that crap. And I could keep going on. She's the last person to make fun of someone. But I won't. I could sit here for 2 hours and make fun of her, but I'm not going to. Because I don't wish any will. So I have a feeling Larry, I'm not saying he was in charge of all this, but I just find it too much of a coincidence. I blocked him about a week ago, or now maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't remember when I blocked him. And then all of a sudden, a couple days later, I hate you, Fears. I'm going to do a hate stream. And I'm just like, it's too much of a coincidence. I block him, and then all this bullshit happens. It's ridiculous. And it's immature. It's immature. So I'm going to do the more mature thing and just not watch it. You guys know how much of a good guy I am. I am a good guy. I don't like drama. I don't like talking about this. The trolls, they don't like that I stand up for myself because they always have to be right. Every troll thinks they're right. Every troll's like, what? Fears is fighting back? No. He can't do that. I gotta be in charge. I gotta have all the power. I don't care. Let those idiots sit there for 2.5 hours. Well, Fears had this, and Fears did that, and Fears did this, and nah. I don't give a shit. Because again, she's gonna rehash all the old bullshit, and then I'm gonna watch it back. And I have a source. He said, "Fears, you want me to watch it for you?" I said, "Yeah, watch it for me. If she puts any of my personal information there, bye, gone." So I'll probably watch it back on Sunday or Monday. If I find anything, Carrie, that video is coming down. So tread lightly, because I'll take it down. You know I will. So I'll probably watch it back, and if it's bad enough, bye, video gone. Because I've done worser things on YouTube. I've took whole channels down. I've took videos down. I have no problem taking her bullshit, video down, because it's gonna be bullshit. But anyway. But if it's just her sitting there for 2 hours saying, well, Fears is a dork and Fears is a loser, I don't care, and then I won't take it down. But it's going to be the same idiots in there. Larry will be in there. I know Yakov will be in there. He'll be running his mouth like he always does, because Yakov loves drama. He's such a hypocrite. I'm a Christian. And then 20 minutes later, well, fuck Catholics and fuck this and fuck that. He's the biggest hypocrite I've ever seen in my entire life. He's not a Christian. He's not a Christian at all. I'm a Christian. I love the Bible. And then all of a sudden, you know what? Fuck Catholics. Fuck Buddhism. He has no right to make fun of anyone's religion. He's a goddamn hypocrite. So there it is. I could tell you stories. Randall would be so upset after a conversation between Yakov and him, right? He'd be like, Fears. I'm like, Randall, don't let him get you mad. I'm like, no matter what you say about religion, Yakov loves drama. He's going to come back and say, oh, Randall, you're the worst person ever. Your religion sucks. Mine's the best. And again, I've never made fun of Yakov's religion. Because I have, even though I don't respect Yakov, I respect his religion. I would never, ever, in a billion years, make fun of someone's religion. Because I was always raised, you don't make fun of people's religion. If someone wants to be an atheist, that's them. If somebody wants to be a Baptist, great. If someone wants to study Buddhism, who am I to say, oh no, you can't do that? It's just ridiculous. This whole troll stream is just the most immature bullshit I've ever heard of in my entire life. And again, I wish nothing but good things for Carrie, but it's just crazy for her to do a hate stream. She's got so many problems. Like, do I want Carrie to die? No. Do I want Carrie to leave me alone? Yes. It's ridiculous. Anyway, but what are you going to do? No matter what I say, no matter what I do, she's going to go ahead and do it. And then the same thing with the trolls. No matter nothing's ever good enough for a troll. If I uploaded 10,000 videos in a year, they'd be like, oh, well, that's not good enough, Fears. You need to upload 11,000 videos. So you can't please everybody. So I will be not taking I will not partake in her stupid drama stream on Saturday. You know? So, yeah. Anyway. I just wanted to get that out. I just wanted to let you guys know where I stand. I was not the one that took Larry's channel down. I don't know. Someone set me up. So I guarantee you a troll took his channel down and then told Larry I'm the one. I had nothing to do. I was planning to unblock Larry. I really was. I thought, all right, I'll let Larry suffer for a couple of months. He'll calm down. I'll calm down. And then about 6 months, I was going to unblock Mama Tate and Larry Tate. He still has Mama Tate. So maybe like after Christmas, I'll unblock Mama Tate. So at least he can chat in the chat with Mama Tate. But he really offended me and he really hurt my feelings. So I was like, fuck you, Larry. I'm done with you for a little while. So I don't know who it was, but they're not going to blame me. I had nothing to do with taking Larry's channel down. Zero. And I don't care whether they believe me or not, because I know 100% positive I did not take his channel down. So someone's trying to fuck me over. I don't know who it is. Maybe it's that crazy guy that keeps calling my phone. I have no idea. Someone took Larry's channel down. Not me. I had nothing to do with it. Anyway. That's not true, Bukaki. That's not. I don't think... Well, me and Lantern are buddies. I don't think Lantern would do that. You know? I will say this, Lantern did lie, and I caught him in a lie. He was like, no, Fears, I didn't show nudes on your live stream. Remember that last time when I had Visions was in there, Lantern, me, I think Randa was there, and Heroes. We're all having fun, and then all of a sudden, a old, wrinkly, super wrinkly old guy, his penis was all flopping around. I was like, ew, I don't want to see that. That's gross. That's fucking disgusting. And then I said, Lantern, was that you? He said, yeah, I was just playing around, Fears. But then he denied it. And I was like, Lantern, you fucking prankster, you. I didn't care. I thought it was funny. Yeah, it was a little annoying that I had to start my stream over 3 times, but the third time, he got it out of his system. I thought it was funny. I was like, oh, Lantern, you fucking prankster, you. You know, that's why I didn't get mad when Visions, when you pulled that prank on me, that was a well thought out prank. I'm like, I can't get mad at that. That's a good prank, you know? You know, I'm like, that's a good prank. I was so jazzed to get the Walt Disney thing. And I had no idea that a dick was in it. I was looking at it like, if this is the picture frame, I was like, oh man, I'm like, this is really cool. I got an autograph of Walt Disney, one of my heroes. Had no idea there was a dick in it. And Visions, don't feel bad, because he's like, well, Fears, I like, you didn't see it right away. I felt bad. I had to tell you. It was a well-developed prank. So that's why I didn't get mad, because you said, hey, Fears, if you buy this, if you buy a shirt, I'll get you the autograph. I was like, oh, sweet, man. Yeah, no worries. Right? A few weeks go by. I'm like, oh, shit, yeah, I got it. Awesome. And I did not see it, you know? And then a couple weeks go by. He's like, Fears, I got to tell you something. And I was like, yeah, what's up? And at first I didn't know what you were on about. And he's like, look closer. There's a hog down in the right-hand corner. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, there's a hog in it. And I looked down, and I'm looking, and I went, oh, son of a bitch. I'm like, there it is. And I was like, well, you little bastard. There it is. But I thought that was funny. But Visions, you got to send me the original. I have no problem paying the shipping. I would love to have the original. If he doesn't, I just took that little Disney patch, and I opened up the frame, and I took out the photo, and I put, let's say this is the patch. I pretty much did this. Here's the picture frame. I took out the photo. I put the little Disney patch in front of the dick, and then put the glass back on, so you can't see it. So it's still kind of cool to have a Walt Disney autograph, but I would prefer to have the original. So Visions, maybe around my birthday, if you could send me the original, I promise I will pay the shipping. But I couldn't get mad at that. I was like, that is a well-developed plan. That's a well-developed prank. Like, I'd say that's your best prank. Beside, the other one that's good visions was when you convinced me to like, Fears, what the fuck, man? You fucked me over. I bought all this coffee, and now you're not going to pay for all that coffee. And I was like, dude, I don't have that much money. And you're like, what the fuck, Fears? I just paid $1,000 worth of coffee. And you got me all like worried. And then you're like, hey, and then a couple weeks later, hey, Fears, guess what? Good news. And I was like, what? Yeah, I was just joking around or whatever. And I was like, oh, you little bitch. But I thought that was funny because you kept it going for weeks on end, you know? And you're like, yeah, I was just joking around. I was like, oh, man. So that was good. So there it is. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on the drama. I hope it doesn't go for long. Because I know she said she's going to play some Sims or whatever the hell she plays. So yeah, so hopefully it's not too long of, I hate you, Fears, you know? Yeah, I get it, Carrie. You hate me. Awesome. Move on with life. You know? I get it. You know? Oh, I know, Joey. I know he is. I didn't know, for a while, I did not know that Lantern does every single show naked in that fucking sleeping bag. And I was like, Lantern, why don't you just wear clothes? Like, that's like me sitting here naked with my coffee cup, which I would never do. And then he's like, well, not always, Fears. You're like, I'm naked sometimes in the sleeping bag, and then other times I have clothes on. I was like, well, thank God for that, you know? Thank God. Anyway, he shares stuff like that when he's all horned up. Well, I'm not making fun of Lantern, but Lantern, I would not do that. But you know what? Lantern's like an amateur when it comes to that. The stuff that Bukkake and Visions have shown me what Richie does, I was like astounded, Joey. I'm sure you've seen it. They showed me some video with Richie rubbing his ass across the carpet. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I was like, 1, that's gross. 2, that's fucking weird. 3, what the fuck are you doing? Then he's like eating shit out of a diaper and taking weird shit like in the shower. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. So, I'd say Richie's a lot worse than Lantern. Lantern's, you know, harmless, you know. Lantern's our friend. Lantern's harmless, but Richie, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I don't know. I try not to judge people online, but that video of him rubbing his ass across the carpet, I was like, okay, all right, I've seen enough. I'm good. I'm done. I was like, yeah, I've seen enough. I'm good. I didn't even want to see it. Yo, what's up, Timmy? Well, I appreciate that, Timmy. Good to see Timmy in the chat. It's been a while, Timmy. I saw you in today's workout stream whenever I went for a walk, which was a really nice walk, even though it was super hot outside. I like when it's real hot because then I sweat. The more I sweat, the more calories I burn off. And I had a very nice walk. Timmy came in at the last waking moment. Timmy, it's been years. So good to see you. Not much has changed, Timmy. People still hate me online. Some people love me online. So there it is. But you know what? I will say this. I love my loving and loyal fans. And I have a lot more support than hate. Just the hate sometimes gets annoying. I'm like, I get it. Oh, you hate me. You hate Fears. I get it. You hate me. Move on with life. I don't care, you know? You know, I'm sick and tired of trying to please everyone. Because I try. I try and be nice to everybody. But some people, like Yakov, he's impossible to get along with. He's absolutely impossible to get along with. I've tried. I've gave him like 30, 40 chances. I gave him the most chance because I really wanted to be Yakov's friend. Because anytime we were talking about Star Trek, it was fine. Anything else, he's impossible to get along with. So, and finally I just said, Fears, you're an idiot for giving him that many chances. I'm fucking done. Larry, I gave like 9 or 10 chances, and I was like, Fears, you're too nice. You know, stop giving people chances, you know? Because they're just going to keep fucking you over and fucking you over and fucking you over. And I don't want people to fuck me over. Because I'm not a bad guy. I'm a nice guy. Anyone that meets me in real life has said nothing but nice things, you know? So, anyway. Hopefully she gets all her hatred out tomorrow. And hopefully I never hear from Carrie ever again. But again, it's so immature for her to do it in the first place. I'm not making fun of Carrie. I'm just saying She's being immature. But there's nothing I can do, so I'm not going to watch it. So I don't know what plans I'm going to do tomorrow, because I don't have to work tomorrow, but I'm going to come up with something, because I am not going to watch that stupid bullshit. So yeah. Anyway, I got to end this soon, because it's 9:34. So in Texas, it's 8:34. And I'm going to let Lantern prepare for a stream, because Lantern said he's going live at 10 or 10:30. So yeah. Anyway, good to see everybody. That was a nice, fun stream. Pixel, Visions, Bukaki, awesome conversation about Toxic Avenger and Evil Dead and all the other topics. So Sunday, I'll be back. So tonight's watches, like I said, are going to be... Uh-oh, where did I put it? Ah! Where did I put the James Bond? Uh-oh. Oh, here it is. Fucking hell. I was like, where's the James Bond? So tonight's watches are... Diamonds Are Forever, the last movie that Sean Connery did as James Bond. And then I think Live and Let Die is Roger Moore's first appearance as James Bond. Let me check with Meta. I'm pretty sure that's right. So give me 1 second. Hey Meta, is Live and Let Die Roger Moore's first James Bond film?
Yes, Live and Let Die was indeed Roger Moore's first James Bond film, released in 1973.
73. All right, there it is. So I'm looking forward to it. I like all the Roger Moore. I'd say my 3 favorite James Bonds in this order. Sean Connery, Roger Moore, and then Daniel Craig. All the other James Bonds, they're all right, but those 3 are my favorite. Sean Connery first, because he's the originator, he's the creator, he's the first one to ever play James Bond, and he plays Indiana Jones's dad in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Hell yeah! So that's why he's my favorite, because he's the originator. He's the very first guy to do it. Second, Roger Moore plays in my favorite James Bond film to this date. Moonraker. Fucking classic. Fucking epic. And then Daniel Craig. I loved him in Spectre. Spectre is, without a doubt, the best Daniel Craig James Bond film. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Anyway. Timmy says, John Fears and the Carrie Show shaving in BK Lounge. You know what? Timmy, it's funny. I cannot believe I did that. I must have been on drugs when I did that stream. I think that's the first time Pixel or Joey or someone said, oh, Fears, you're a fucking legend. I don't know what the hell I was thinking when I did that stream. I was young and I was stupid. Oh, man. Anyway. Well, that's nice of you, Timmy, to say, but I'm too short to play James Bond. I would love to play James Bond, but James Bond is anywhere between 5'9" and 6 foot and 6'1". So I'm too short. So to see Fears as James Bond at 5'6", that's just laughable. God gave me a lot of great qualities, but he did not give me height. But at least he gave me a nice personality, and I love to make people laugh, and I love to make content. So God gave me a lot of good stuff. I will say this. He gave me a lot of flaws, too. You know, I try to be a perfectionist. I have OCD sometimes, not all the time. I have Crohn's. He gave me a temper. He gave me a lack of patience, you know. But I'm trying to work on everything. I really am. I want to be the best version of Fears I possibly can be. You know? I'm always trying to work on self-improvement. I really am. I know the trolls don't think so, but I don't give a shit. I know I'm trying. I'm trying my best. I really am. I really am. They could hire all shorter actors so you look taller. Ha ha ha! That's true. There you go. But I wouldn't, you know, because I'm a short guy, you know. Anyway. John Fears and that man who didn't lock the oh yeah, that guy was nuts. You know, anytime I've used the restroom, the first thing I do, open the door. I'm sorry, well, that's the first thing. The second thing I do, I open the door, I shut the door. The third thing is I lock it. I do my business. You know, I wipe my ass, I wash my hands, unlock the door, and I'm out of there. So for someone to not lock the door while you're using the restroom, I was like, dude. So I didn't mean to walk in on the guy, but that guy was fat as hell. And I'm not trying to be mean. He was like 400 pounds, had suspenders. I opened the door, I was like, whoa, sorry. And I closed the door. I was like, damn. So yeah. Well, Timmy, it's good to see you again. Timmy, as far as we know, lives in Australia. And Randall thinks you're a woman. I don't know. Nobody has figured out who Timmy is. We probably never will. So, the mystery of Timmy continues. And I haven't seen Timmy in years. So, good to see you. All right. That's the end of the coffee. So, you guys know what that means. Whenever the coffee's done, the stream's done. Peace. I'm taking off. So, don't forget to, I hope you guys all enjoyed the stream. I'll be back on Sunday. Again, Carrie's going to do whatever she's going to do. Hopefully she gets all of her rage out on this drama stream, which, Carrie, I don't wish you any ill will. I wish you the best. Say hi to Diana for me. But, Carrie, I think what you're going to do tomorrow is immature. That's my 2 cents on it, Carrie. Anyway. I know, right, Visions? He says, wow. Hi, Timmy. Timmy has not been in the chat in years. It's been so long since Timmy's been in the actual chat. I'm being honest, Timmy. I don't even remember the last time that you were in the chat. It's definitely been a couple years. Or probably more than a couple years. But yeah. So yeah. Very exciting times. Good to know that Timmy MC still watches. Timmy, it's good that Timmy still watches the channel. Timmy, your best video of all time was when you made. I don't even remember the name of it. It was when you took Tommy's video. You took Tommy's video and you re-edited it, and it was the. Oh, what's his friend's name? I always forget. Ashley is the skinny girl, and Meg or Rachel, whatever, she's the fat girl, or whatever. It's the skinny girl. And it was him and the skinny girl. And they were doing like an intro for his movie reviews or something. That's my favorite Timmy MC video that you've ever made. Because Tommy's obsessed with Ashley's either the skinny girl, or I can't remember, or the fat girl. I can't remember. It's the skinny girl. Whatever the skinny girl's name is. Help me out in the chat. What's her name? Rachel, Megan, I don't remember. It's that girl. But Timmy, you made a video, and you re-edited his, movie review intro or something. That's my favorite video that Timmy's ever made. Ever. So that one's good, buddy. All right. I need to take a shower, I need to get something to eat, and I need to start watching some Bond. James Bond before Lantern goes live. Because before I come on, I'm going to let Yakov have his little bullshit hangout time. Because I'm not going on there with Yakov. I'll let Larry have his time. I'll come on later, Lantern. Don't worry. It'll be later on tonight. And I know Lantern's going to listen to music for 2.5 hours, like he always does. And while he's doing that, I'll be watching this, and then I'm going to edit for a little while. I'm going to make some dinner, because I haven't had any dinner. So, yeah. Because one of my favorite things is listening to Lantern's show, or listening to my music while I edit. So, I got a bunch of stuff to do before I hit the sack tonight. So, I'm taking off. But, good stream. Nice to hang out with everybody. We went for 2 hours. I went a little longer, because I haven't done a long stream in a while. So I'm taking off, but don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Mr. Lantern's show. He does a show every Thursday night and every Friday night. Subscribe to my friend Boo Khaki on YouTube. Subscribe to the myth, the man, the legend that is Timmy MC. Good to have Timmy MC back in the chat. Subscribe to my friend Randall, Cameo Man 2021, and his second channel, The Mayor of Magic. Follow the Sega Camp Gamer and Wear Camp on YouTube. Follow the Sega Camp Gamer 22 on Twitch. Follow Visions, Lord Visions, www.exhumvisions.com. Buy some cool shit like this Randall mug. Oh, yeah. Because why? Because Visions makes some pretty cool shit. Yeah, dude. My favorite new thing, Visions, that I bought from you, I love the pizza shirt. I've been wearing the pizza shirt a lot. That's a good one. All right. And last, but certainly not least, follow the host with the most, Fears, Lord Fears, FearsMan26 is that main channel. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Future videos coming. I'm just trying to catch up on Fears vlogs right now. I haven't uploaded anything on FearsMan in about 4 or 5 weeks, but it's coming. And follow my second channel, Fears Vlogs, on YouTube. All right, this is Fears, signing off. Peace, deuces, and I'll see you guys next time.